So I have lived in Kannapolis on the Rowan County side for 48 years. My husband, Thomas Dixon, we've lived here 48 years. We've been married 51 years. I am retired from the Cabarrus County Department of Social Services. I worked 30 years, 4 months, and 2 weeks as a program administrator for child support. I left there and went to the North Carolina Administrative Office of the Courts and worked there as the district administrator for Rowan and Cabarrus counties. In those positions, I have extensive experience in leadership, in collaboration, in budgeting, in determining best practices. And so for the past 8 months, I have attended the Kannapolis City Council meetings consistently. And what I saw there is that I can do this job because I have great experience working with people, working with programs. I've served on the Board of Trustees for Rowan Cabarrus Community College. And in that position, we're thinking critically about serving people, serving students, and making sure that the educational needs of the community are met, that we have a workforce that can serve and make the at least 15 or more dollars an hour. And so I bring that experience to Rowan County, to Cabarrus County, and to Kannapolis City Council. I want to tell you that Kannapolis is a great place to live. It is a great place to work. And very recently, it's become a great place to have fun. If you just walk through the woods just a couple steps away, you'll be into the downtown area of Kannapolis. Kannapolis was a mill village. It was a mill town. Cannon mills dominated the city, and in 2003, when the mill closed, the city was just devastated. And so since that time, there has been a tremendous revitalization. I want to call it just a total transformation of the city. The ballpark is there, and Thomas and I love attending the ball games, the Cannonballers games. We love walking through the downtown in Kannapolis because it is beautiful. And if you have not visited Kannapolis, please do that. But if you just step out of the downtown area, you will see that there are roads that need to be repaired. You will see boarded up houses. You will see overgrown lots. Recently in the budget process, there was $2 million that was appropriated for a skate park in Kannapolis. And while that will bring people into the downtown area, it will fuel the economy, there are other areas that really need revitalization.
That's right.
And so my 4 points, and I think we've heard about the revitalization of communities. That is something that we really need in Kannapolis. On the Rowan County side of Kannapolis, which is where a few of us live and where we're sitting right now, there are no grocery stores in this area. This is the only park in this area that serves the North Kannapolis. We call it North Kannapolis, South Rowan. There's an area that's called Rose Hill. There's not a presence there of any parks, of sidewalks. And so these are just they're just basic human needs.
That's right.
They're just needs that we take for granted that people should have. There was one of the candidates talked about the taxes that we all pay. But if you leave the downtown area, you will wonder, well, why were taxes not appropriated in this area?
That's right.
And so one of the things that I've noticed by attending the city council meetings is that we are not represented. And when I say we, I mean we're not represented. On the city council, there are now 3 seats that are up for election. There are 3 incumbents, and there are a total of 11 candidates. I think I have the best experience. I think I can work with people. I can work with programs. I can help build. I can be a strong voice because I tell a lot of people, if I work for social services for 30 years,
That's right.
4 months, 2 weeks, seeking resources, working for families, working for children, being a strong voice, I believe I can represent all the citizens of Kannapolis, whether it's on the Rowan County side or whether it's on the Cabarrus County side. And so there are a couple of things that I want to remind you of. Number one, if you have a 17-year-old teenager in your life, please encourage them to go register to vote.
Yes.
If they will be 18 by the 1st of October, please encourage them to go register to vote. The second thing is, if you have moved, if you've changed your address since the last election in 2020, please go to either Salisbury or to Concord, change your address, or I understand you can probably do it online. Please do that. You don't want to have any hindrance to you voting in November.
That's right.
Or next year, for that matter, for the people that are running for office next year. Also, if you know of people in your home, in your families, in your churches, whatever, if they cannot go in to vote, please have them to obtain an absentee ballot. You can get that online, you can call your local office, but please do that. And so we've heard a lot today from the different candidates. We want to support our candidates. We want to be sure that we spread the word. Most of you who are under this shelter right now don't live in Kannapolis. The ones of you do, there's some who even live in Concord. We want you to use the social media platforms that you have to let people know about all of these candidates who are running. You can do that. You share all the news about whatever else is happening in your life. Please go to your contacts, get information about all of these candidates, and please, 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 on my card, my big card right here, you can bring your phone over.
All right.
You can make a donation to Jeanne Dixon, WWJD. Win with Jeanne Dixon for Kannapolis City Council.
Win with Jeanne Dixon.
Win with Jeanne Dixon for Kannapolis City Council, WWJD.
All right.
All right.
And so I want to leave with you just a few points. I may not be the most politically astute candidate. This is my first run for office. I may not be the wealthiest candidate, and we don't say that we're wealthy. We probably are not the most educated because there are 11 candidates, and so there's some who are better educated than I am. And as I look at the candidates, the 10 others, I'm probably not as tall as any of the candidates.
That's all right, Jeanne.
That's it.
Like you sitting on a picnic bench.
But I can assure you that on election day, early election is October 14th through the 30th. October 14th through the 30th. And election day is November 2nd. And so I promise you, those of you who are here who can vote for Jeanne Dixon for Kannapolis City Council, I will be the person who will represent you. I have this strong voice, I have the experience, and I have the passion for service. If you will please vote for me, you will not make a mistake. I will represent you, and I will represent all the citizens and residents of Cabarrus and Rowan counties. Thank you.
Thank you.